Y'all, first and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his son, Hamashiach, who some call Yahweh Shai, Yeshua, Yehoshua. We mostly know as Jesus Christ. All right, someone got like a Christian apologist spotlight. Couple of brothers, couple of the Christian apologist community has, jumped on the comments. Oh man, we defended that. We already said that, and man, this is laughable. Man, this is laughable, man. We already did it. We went over that already, and we ready for this, and we ready for that. I don't think you are, though. I don't think you are. I think you ready for identity. See, and that's why I'm telling you. We don't talk identity with these folks. Don't go into the identity with these folks. All right, they ain't gotta believe. All right, they ain't gotta believe that you're an Israelite. They can believe a woman is a man, and a man is a woman, but they ain't gotta believe. They ain't gotta believe that you're an Israelite. All right, they can be sensitive about gender roles in the church, even to the point of who was that? Jamal Bryant sister saying that God is a she, that Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahuwah, Yohe, Vahe, Hashem, whatever name Yahuwah, whatever name you're going by, saying that he is a she. And the church doesn't make sure she never steps up on that podium again. It's problematic to me, but they don't have to believe you. That's a small thing. All right, you can believe it or you don't. I identify as a Jew. You can believe it or you don't. But let's move on to doctrine. And they say they ready. They say they ready. One of these brothers had popped up. Let me see if I can show someone. We'll look through his clip real quick. All identity. Everything was identity. Basic stuff that I told y'all to stop using. That's why this channel is so essential. I know, it gonna ruffle some feathers. It's gonna ruffle some feathers, bro. Man, why you just keep coming at us, man? Because once we just giving them too much ammo, where a lot of them are jumping up in this thing thinking that they can, can have these conversations with us, with our leaders. These brothers right now, they talking against darn General Yohana, 13 shield General Yohana, third under Christ. Y'all gotta stop, man. But y'all give them ammo when y'all doing stuff like that, saying stuff like that. You give these folks ammo. So let me go here. I don't, man, we don't care, man. We we puffed up. We crossed the line. Radio. Tell them to cross the line. Hey, and I'm sure maybe some of these folks have called in, but we'll take a little short look here at this clip. This is Reginald Walsh. I haven't really seen much of him. We've just seen him hit the comments. Maybe sounds like he on TikTok from the conversations. I kind of got off TikTok like that, but I need to get back on there. I need to definitely drop some more lessons on there. But TikTok, I usually just drop like short little inspirational stuff. But y'all willing, I get back to that. Just asking y'all to just put that spirit in me, put that hunger in me, put that light in me. To get back to doing that, to get back knocking them out. And it kind of was spur of the moment when it happened. Boom, boom, boom. You can go just hit that phone. Plus, I got to get a new phone. Y'all willing? I have a new phone in a couple days. The upgrade comes in, and my front camera and all that stuff work. But let's look at this clip here.
You asked a good question.
Fair use.
I didn't ask you anything. You did. You said, am I a Hebrew or am I black? I never said. You did say that. I said that. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, I think this brother's in Georgia also. This Reginald brother Reginald Walsh. And he was trying to give some history about how everybody was at 5 points back in the day, and that is a fact. You know, when Principal, when we first started, there was a lot of groups out there before us, before Principal, but when we did start, we didn't want to be a camp. We just wanted to be like a shadow group. And one of the people we were shadowing, or one of the first peoples that we shadowed, first we was just doing it out in kind of urban area, you know, our neighborhoods, certain apartment complexes had high traffic, certain gas stations with high traffic out there on Stone Mountain-ish area, Candler Road, Decatur area. And then, you know, brothers wanted to link up with brothers from HOI. At the time, it was Brother Joel, who's the leader of Sons of Thunder now. But he was the leader and the starter of the HOI Atlanta group. And it was, everybody was over there. Even Sakari Atlanta was there, and under the tutelage of Brother Y'all, who's now the leader of Sons of Thunder. And then around the street, and you see where ISUPK is right there. You see where that green pole is? That would be where HOI Atlanta would be. That's how close. And usually, once brothers start setting up, ISUPK would leave. It never was where there was, you know, like we've seen in recent times with other groups. But usually, they'll be out there probably a little earlier. And, you know, once they see us setting up, they kind of shut it down. Not to say that they shutting it down. It was more, it kind of seemed like more of a respect thing. You know, let these brothers do their thing. They just came out. We were just doing our thing. And they didn't go out there too. We didn't, and that rarely happened. Like, you know, out of the times I went out there, maybe, you know, I say I've been out there maybe 10 times. I might have seen it once or twice with that happening. ISUPK, I mean, IUIC, you see where that red car is right there? IUIC would be up the street. If you went up the street maybe 150 yards, you'll see IUIC. You'll see them right there. You could hear IUIC. Where ISUPK standing right now, if IUIC was still there, you could hear. But people that got killed up there, you know. And that's why I got cleared out. He gave a little history on why I got cleared. Man, people out there dying, man. You know, people out there dying, people getting killed. And, you know, brothers end up just having to, you know, brothers had to get up out of that. That corner just too high. HOI Atlanta is still there, though. And probably ISUPK. Well, of course, ISUPK still there because we watching the video with them there. They still there. So, you know, but that was a hot area. They have calmed that area down, shutting that stuff down. It was a lot of drug trafficking, a lot of homeless people, a lot of demons, a lot of broken spirits. But it's a place where it's needed, but at the same time, it's a lot of fools and a lot of riffraff going on there. And 5 Points is the hub station for the public train system. It's where all the trains come and meet at this specific hub in the middle of the city. So it's one of the busier zones. It used to be a main tourist prop. Just giving y'all a little history on that. So yeah, he was correct, and y'all can go to his channel and check out this video here. But it's mostly just identity is what he's dealing with. Basic verses that, you know, I've done lessons refuting these verses for over 4 or 5 years now.
So I'm just asking. Yeah, come on. That's all. We're just talking. Yeah. Read Jeremiah 14:2. Listen. Are you going to allow me to speak, though? Oh, America's a free country.
And you see how the police out there, you know, the MARTA station where you coming out, they right in front of where you coming out at. And so, police be there too because that is like a free speech zone. I've even seen they could have been Mormons. I think they were. It was Mormons out there singing, man. It was like 50 Mormons, 50 to 100 Mormon choir out there singing, and they was out there passing out pamphlets. It might not have been Mormons, it might have been the Amish, because they were dressed like Amish. And they were passing out pamphlets and flyers, some of them barefoot, and they had like 75 to 100 people choir out there in the middle of 5 Point. One black sister, man. One black sister. It was crazy, man. We was in some ignorance then. This was back in this was when I was fully One West engulfed. And man, we was telling that sister, get out, sister. This was before the movie. This was before the movie, Get Out. How in the world did you get here, sister?
I love to speak to you. I cast demons out all day, every day. That's what I do. That's my specialty. Read. Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah. Oh, you gonna hold me to it? Which means you want me to cast your demon out.
And salute to General Hunter, 13 Shield General Hunter for he been doing this thing over 20, 30 years, and from my understanding, he's had a good report. I don't care what you say about the doctrine, and I don't like the doctrine. I don't like what he about to say right now. What he about to say right now, absolute trash. But he does have a great report. I haven't heard no foolishness coming from him. I haven't heard no foolishness about him dealing with sisters any kind of way, or dealing with children, or jokers messing over jokers' money. I just haven't. He has a good report. We have to salute the brother for that.
You gonna hold me to it? I'm with you. Come on. I'm with you. We on the page now, man. He said he gonna hold me to it. I'm with you, dog. I am with you. Come on. Wait, let me answer this. And you got the next question. Hit me. Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah, mourning. See, the Jews, they in mourning. This is God's word, not mine. Right. The Jews are suffering, man. This is God's word, not mine. Words. Read on. And the gates thereof, language. The gates of their cities, they fall down. Look at Atlanta. Atlanta used to be strong, wealthy, powerful, honorable, dignified, with wonderful families. But guess what happened? Atlanta got destroyed. Right. Their gates fell. Read.
What?
Listen, this is the important part. Listen to this good. They are black. They are what? They are black. What are the Jews? They are black. If you a Jew, you black.
Pause. Okay, I knew my assertions were right because he's doing exorcism right now, right? So he is the only One West. They are the only One West camp with the Pope. So I always see Johanna as the Pope. But he went from Johanna. So tell me it's not man-centered. It used to be Johanna, then it was General Johanna, then it was Commanding General Johanna. Now it's 13th Shield Commanding General Johanna. How many names you need, buddy?
This is incredible.
And I'm gonna give him 13 Shield Captain General Johanna. I'm gonna give him that. I can't give him the third under Christ, but I'm definitely gonna reverence him under the 13 Shield or 14 Shield, whatever many shields he want to be called. Because the brother does have an extensive history within this thing as being a leader, and has a good report as far as I know.
For me, and
if I knew some, I'ma blast it. If it come down and I see it, I'ma blast it. But I never seen nothing about that brother.
Even when they read that scripture, the one question that I've asked members of ISUPK, and I go and say, if you guys are truly Israelite, do you know how your forefathers and their writing styles, their idioms, those things that they describe, the emotions, circumstances of things?
Again, I told you, stop using that Jeremiah 14:2, Job 8:8. What else? I think it's Lamentations 4:3. But stop using the black. Acts 13 is good, but besides that, the black, it goes into morning sorrow. But again, they're gonna use this stuff on us because we just too darn prideful to change. Some of us are too stuck in our ways, and we think that some of this stuff came down from the Lord himself. Gave you that breakdown. All right, we just got to humble ourselves and act in humility, man. And some of these things we were taught wrong. Let it go. Let it go. Pick up the rest of the pieces. See what else we got. Okay, we had to let that go. Boom, that stumbled, that fell. We fumbled that. Let's see what else we got. Let's pick up the rest of these pieces because, again, we pumping these folks up. We pumping the apologists up. You pumping them up. I want to do these brothers have organizations? Do these brothers have churches? And then listen, do they believe the same thing? You know, this brother Walsh jumped on there, and I think this is the brother who wrote a book, or he had the whole 100 questions for a Hebrew Israelite, which was interesting. And they were good questions. I'm not mad at the questions. Do they have the same belief? Do those two brothers have the same beliefs? Are they aligned on the same things, or is one a Calvinist and one a Baptist? Is one a Catholic and one a Protestant? How does one, how do they feel about keeping the Sabbath? Let's get into this other stuff. Let's get out of the identity. Let's get to this other stuff. What is the difference between the law of Moses and the law of Christ? How do you feel about the law? Should we keep the law? What are we saying when we saying we're not under the law? What are we saying? What is that? What does that say? What are we saying when we say that Christ is the Lord of the Sabbath? Do you appeal to the church fathers? Do you appeal to the councils? Is Sunday your Sabbath? Do you keep Christmas? Do you celebrate Christmas? Is Halloween idolatry? Will you celebrate Halloween? Do you keep the dietary law? Why don't you keep the dietary law? Let's dig into some other things. Are you post-trib, mid-trib, pre-trib? Are you a modalist? Are you a Trinitarian? Are you oneness? Are these two brothers on the panel, or are they on the panel together because they have the same enemy? And if you take the identity away, then they don't. If we believe we are who we are, then let's keep it moving. They can keep it moving. And whatever stance they're gonna hold you to, you make sure they hold that stance to anybody else who's trying to say they the people. You know what I'm saying? So play it like that. And if they want to have these conversations, and brother Reginald Wells, I know you was laughing and giggling in the comments. We saying, your brother, if you feel like you want to speak on something outside of identity, and you want to think, or you want to even deal with the Trinity, if you're a Trinitarian, I'm not a Trinitarian. I believe Christ is the Son of God. like the text says. And that's where I leave it. He's the Son of God. If you want to talk about that, or if you want to talk about eschatology, are you a millennial? Do you believe in the millennial reign? Or do you believe we just gonna get raptured up when Christ returns? What does that look like? Christ being a ruler for 1,000 years. What does it look like with people coming to keep tabernacles? Do you believe that has already happened? Do you believe all the prophecies have been fulfilled? Are you a are you a dispensationalist? Do you believe that Israel still has that they're still, that God's still dealing with this people of Israel? And why does the church send so much money to Israel? Why does the church protect Israel like it does? And then we'll deal with that. No matter who the people are. Is Israel his people? Is he still going to do something for Israel? Let's talk about that. 2025, y'all. We might start jumping on channels. We might start jumping on these channels in 2025. So I'm putting that in my spirit. Like I just got to sit down and really get my study on this church history. And we start sitting on these panels and we start asking the questions. All right. Because now a lot of you are putting yourselves in a position where you're on the defense. You're just constantly on the defense. And that's good. I don't think Israel needs this. They need the apologists, just like the apologists needed Israel. That's why we have these people that are in their text. This brother probably didn't have a channel before Israelism. Probably didn't have a channel before Israelism. That this Hebrew Israelism movement is what got him into the text. And say, hey man, let me start studying this thing. Let me start, and built an identity for himself within that. And then prayerfully he grows from that. And just becomes one that's just a searcher of truth. No matter how it looks. As far as, what it looks like for Hebrew Israelism and what it looks like for the church in their bloody history. Pray this thing was edifying. Y'all be blessed. We'll see y'all on the next one. Shalom.